Hey guys, it's Vera Wild, and it is time once again for Dear Vera, where I answer your questions about cross-dressing. So today's letter, this comes from Jay, and it says, I was wondering how to break it to my parents and family that I'm actually a transgender cross-dresser. I'm 15 years old, and I'm just really afraid and almost embarrassed to reveal it. This is really tricky. And, you know, I've gotten a couple of coming out questions before, and I'll continue to answer them as I get them. The thing is before you make the decision, especially if you're that young, to come out to friends and family, it helps if you've got some sense of what this is for you in your life. And I know that that's a hard thing, especially if you are still a teenager, because you may still just be figuring out. But your wording that you said you are a transgender crossdresser, which seems to imply to me that it is your intention at some point in your life to actually transition to living a life as a girl full-time. So that if that's something that you are fairly sure of, or at least sure enough that you think it's important that the loved ones in your life know, then it probably is a good thing, a good idea to tell them that. If the cross-dressing is a bit more, for lack of a better term, a bit more like a hobby, it's something that you're doing on your own for, you know, for your own purposes, and not a true lifestyle that you intend on leading, then honestly, if you're really worried that your parents are going to freak out, it may be best to hold off for the time being. I don't like to tell anyone to stay in the closet, but I don't know your specific circumstances well enough to say how well your parents will or won't take it. Now, going back to what I said before, if you are, in fact, fully transgendered and it is your intention to at least explore the possibility of transitioning to a female life full-time, you probably are going to want to talk to your parents about that. My recommendation is to figure out who in your family is going to be the most receptive, and to start with them on a one-on-one basis. And that may be one of your parents, it may be a grandparent, it may be an uncle, it may be a sibling, but try and figure out who you think it is that is going to be able to take it best and maybe will understand it best. And talk to them one-on-one first, so that you've got somebody on your side when you start to address the other members of your family who maybe will have a harder time with it. The one thing that I would say to avoid is sort of the classic coming out scene of getting all your family in a room and you tell everybody, I'm transgendered. That's kind of unfair, because you just sort of drop a bomb on everybody at once, and it's a little bit impersonal, and it's not an approach that I really recommend. I mean, it's done in TVs and movies. It's great for dramatic effect. In real life, I think that scenario can just cause a lot of issues. Maybe talk to both your parents at the same time, but I wouldn't gather your entire family and friends for some big announcement about it. I think it's better to address it as much as possible on a one-on-one basis, so that you can really have a conversation. And it's not about you announcing to the world, this is how it is, because especially if you are that young, you've probably got a lot of questions and a lot of confusion, and they can help you with that. So you want a dialogue and you want a conversation, and that's something that really should happen one-on-one, or maybe both your parents, but no more than telling two people at a time, I feel. And again, once you've got that first person on your side, they can certainly be in the room to be your support, so you know you're not alone. But figure out who that first one is and start there. Start with the easy one, and then go from there. I wish you the best of luck. It's not easy coming out to family. Whether you do this part-time or whether you do it full-time, if you make the decision to come out to family, it's never easy. And these questions, when I get them, are hard, but I will always answer them to the best of my ability. So best of luck, and keep the questions coming, guys. Until next time.